Good day to you, and you can call me Arthur Twiggs. On my show today, I will introduce you to people who trans-channel aliens. Yes, I said aliens. They are called trance channelers, and aliens speak through them. What connects all the trance channelers that we are talking about today? The answer is that all of them have spoken for the same race of aliens over different decades. This group of aliens are called the Pleiadians, from the Pleiades, which is a cluster of stars in the Taurus constellation 420 light years from Earth. Just for your information, a light year is a measurement of distance and not time, as the name might suggest. A light year is the distance a beam of light travels in a single Earth year, or 6 trillion miles. So, 420 light years would be roughly 2,520 trillion miles. Wonder how long it would take one of Elon Musk's spaceships to get there. I would guess millions of lifetimes, maybe trillions of lifetimes. Here is Baraca Goldsmith, a renowned astrologer, and also one of the most prolific trance channelers of the Pleiadians known today.
The doors are opening, dear ones. The doors are opening. They've been shut tight for a very long time. And during 2021, you will find these doors opening in new and magical ways. But begin to allow. Explore. Remember to smile. And you'll find that this year will be a wonderful year. Challenging, yes, we're not going to say that it won't be challenging, but you lack a challenge, you human beings. You get so bored if you haven't got something you want to go for.
Wow, the aliens are correct. I do love a challenge. Baraca's trance channeling of the aliens has, in a way, lifted my spirits more than I thought. Cynics everywhere beware. They come in peace. Aliens have had a bad reputation in the world. When we return, we will hear about the story of the Pleiadians and how Baraca came to be a trance channeler of aliens, and perhaps you can too. Good day to you. First, I'd like to thank Dean Caparelli and his YouTube channel, Aliens Revealed, for introducing me to the topic of the Pleiadians. You should tune into his show. He has some very interesting guests on a regular basis. So, do aliens exist? And more specifically, do the Pleiadians exist? We'll listen to a couple of trance channelers who say that the Pleiadians come in peace and they bring love and advice. But first, what in the heck is trance channeling? According to most, trance channeling is a special form of spiritualist mediumship. The trance channeler serves as a medium or channel through which the spirit communicator or energy can communicate with us. Trance channelers place their consciousness in the background to allow the energy or non-physical communicator or alien to speak through them. So, according to these trance channelers, these Pleiadian alien groups are self-described multi-dimensional spirit beings from the Pleiades star system and the Taurus constellation. They are distant cousins to humans. Can you believe that? And they are here to assist humanity with the process of spiritual transformation and to protect the Earth. According to the Complete Guide to Aliens, the Pleiadians have 700-year lifespans and are more emotionally and spiritually developed than we are, but they are still a work in progress themselves. Let's watch another well-known trance channeler, Barbara Marciniak, who was an active trance channeler from 1993 to about 2013. She published the Pleiadian Times from 1993 to 2013. She is also the author of Bringers of the Dawn, which imparts to us the wisdom of the Pleiadians compiled from over 400 hours of her channeling them. There's not a lot of video out there on Barbara, but here's one from the late 1980s. brought to us by YouTube's Truth Seeker. Let's watch Barbara speak about the Pleiadians, and then she channels their message to us.
We are a collective of energies. We call ourselves Pleiadians. From your point of view and the way you look at reality, we come from the future. A future that is actually simultaneously occurring along with your now. All time, in actuality, exists in an ever-expanding moment of experience, and all time is collected and interwoven with all other aspects of time. Think about that for a few moments.
So, the Pleiadians are a collective group of energies. They come from a future that simultaneously occurs, and all time exists in ever-expanding moment of experience. Wow! The Pleiadians also speak of a multiverse, which was discussed in our last show. If you've not watched that show, be sure to check it out, Quantum Mechanics and the Multiverse. So, the Pleiadians, according to most, are like an alien big brother with the best of intentions. So how do you become a trance channeler? Well, let's listen to an interview with Baraca Goldsmith by Lee Harris. This video is brought to us by Baraca Goldsmith's YouTube channel.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about that I thought was fascinating over the years in your journey is you began with the astrology videos, and that was what I remember first seeing you for. And then there was this very interesting moment when all of a sudden, I remember seeing on YouTube, Pleiadian message from Baraca Goldsmith. And you may have even been Barbara back then, I'm not sure. And we'll talk about your name change in a minute, but that was fantastic. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So tell us about that. When did the channeling kind of come in as a new thing for you?
It's exactly 5 years ago now, actually. I can't believe it. It's like, wow. And yeah, I was at a very, very low point in my life. A very significant relationship had ended. Wow, I couldn't have guessed that was coming. I couldn't have seen it. So I was totally blindsided. And just a lot of things were happening where I was pretty desperate. And sometimes it's not until you get to that dark night of the soul, which is where I was at the time, that you cry out for something else. There has to be something more. There has to be something else. And yeah, it was feeling alone, isolated, nowhere to turn. I mean, everything fell apart, except for the only thing, thank goodness, that I was able to continue were the videos and the astrology. I pushed myself to continue to honor that commitment that I felt I had with the people who were so kindly continuing to watch and follow the videos. So that I kept going, but everything else fell apart.
Right.
And somehow I came across Summer Bacon. I know I've mentioned her a few times. I don't know if you were even thinking of interviewing her, but she's amazing, a wonderful,
I'm not
clear, pure channel me. And at the end, I just said, do you think I could try channeling? And he said, well, why not? It wasn't anything serious. And so I just had one coaching session with Summer Bacon, one trance coaching session. And she said, don't expect anything. Nothing's going to happen. Just, it was like, and I thought, okay, I have nothing to lose. I never knew about channeling until that point, particularly.
Yeah.
And I sat down in the morning. I said 10 o'clock I was going to be there. And I called in these spirits of love, light, inspiration, truth, just these energies. And all of a sudden I could feel something taking over my breath. It was like something happened. And I thought, okay, she said that might happen. She said at the back of my mind, okay. So I surrendered. I said, go on, take it. Do what you need to do. I felt mentally. And somehow something moved in my neck. It was just suddenly everything began to move that was not in my control.
Yeah.
And I think you're much more familiar with that than I would have been at the time. Yeah, I think you came into this journey a lot earlier. And within a matter of a couple of days, because my throat, they were trying to come through the throat, they couldn't get through. What I was trying to couldn't. So it was very uncomfortable for 2 to 3 days. It was like, and I knew something important was happening. And I thought, you'll just have to sit with it. You'll have to stick with it and sit with it. Because Summer was unavailable, because I immediately shouted out, Summer, help!
Yeah, of course.
It was great. She said, this is your journey. Just stay with it. I am not to interfere in your journey. And I thought, how honorable she was. She would have stopped, that would have stopped the process. I'm sure it would have, because I had to keep digging deeper and allow. And then this sound came through like, we are the Pleiadians. It was like, hello, Barbara, because that was my name at the time. And I was like, they know my name. And then that was the start of it.
There is also a third famous channeler of the Pleiadians. His name is Edward Albert Muir, and he goes by Billy. He is a Swiss citizen who began channeling the Pleiadians in the 1940s. So, Barbara Marciniak and Baraca Goldsmith are not the only ones claiming to have channeled the Pleiadians. And although Billy is still active, he no longer talks to the media about the Pleiadians. On a special note, I'd like to send my gratitude to Baraca Goldsmith for sharing her experiences with us through her YouTube channel. Her channel also provides everything from astrological and monthly horoscopes, as well as videos on her channeling of the Pleiadians. I recommend you check her out. So, what do you believe? Do you believe in aliens? And how about trance channelers? Do you believe their conveyance of a message of love from the Pleiadians? I look forward to your thoughts in the comments section. Please join me for my next show. Elon Musk is the sole topic. We will discuss his rise to becoming one of the wealthiest people in the world, as well as his most recent spaceship launches and the conspiracies that surround the source of his wealth and power. Who is Elon Musk? Is there more to the story than what is on the surface? Please join me for that show and future shows where I talk about all the things I wonder about. My mind just can't stop. Please tell your friends and family to join in for my shows, and be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button and the alarm button to be notified of future shows. And if there are aliens out there, I hope they're watching too. Let's end with Baraca channeling the Pleiadians and their message for us for 2021. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you peace and happiness.
We love you all so very much, dear ones. We really, really do. And we wish you a wonderful 2021. We are always here. We are more here than we've ever been. You can speak to us at any time. We are ready to help. We want to help. We are here to help. And we love you, love you, love you.